Going. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Beardy, and I'm mostly going to be playing kind of builders and crafting games and things like that from the PC. But I thought I would start by testing out my PS5 and playing God of War with you guys. It's such a good game. One that I have played through many a time and absolutely adore. So let's see, how are we doing in terms of vocals?
How am I coming through?
There we go. Excellent. It is actually working. Well, that is a relief because I've spent almost 30 minutes just trying to get this microphone to work. So, yes, we are going to be playing God of War today. We're going to be playing on the Give Me a Challenge mode. So I have been speaking to myself for 30 minutes, so I'm tired of listening to my own voice, so let's get going. So yeah, I'm quite interested to know what you guys think of this game as well. Are you first-time players of this game, or perhaps thinking about getting it? Maybe you've heard about Ragnarok and are interested in giving this game a try. I don't know, but it would be interesting to find out what's your kind of level of experience with God of War. Let us know in the comments on Twitch, and I'll try and respond to you as we're going through. Yeah, whenever there's a cutscene on, I am gonna shut TF. Yeah, whilst the game is going, I will try and give as much commentary and guidance as possible. Am I an expert level player of this game? No, probably not, but I am very experienced and I know what I'm doing. So yeah, hopefully if this is your first time playing God of War, I can perhaps give you some guidance, but we'll see how that goes. The game does start off in a rather mysterious way. You're not quite sure what's going on. For those of you who've played the PS3 games, you might know why Kratos is looking at those bandages there, but I shan't say anything just in case there's anybody who are unfamiliar with what has happened and what is going to happen through the course of this game. I'm going to try and keep this spoiler-free, rather.
Awesome.
Get in the boat, boy.
Still want me to tie it to the boat?
Boy. That is enough.
Father,
What?
did something change? The forest feels different.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
That was the last.
Oh, there do I see my mother. Oh, there do I see my father. Oh, there do they call to me. 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 She's ready.
I do apologise. I turned my microphone off briefly and forgot to turn it back on. So I've just been given a load of commentary to myself. So yeah, we're witnessing the passing of Atreus' mother, and Kratos' wife, and yeah, she's passed to. Oh, I almost gave her a spoiler away there. She's passed to the great beyond, shall we say. We shan't say where the great beyond is. Those of you who have played the game before may not be familiar with the storyline, so I don't want to give away any spoilers. In response to the questions that I got earlier from, I think it was Blue Bear, no, this is not my first time playing God of War. This is probably my third or fourth run through. Maybe use both hands. Yeah, so that was in relation to the other question from earlier. So no, it's not my first playthrough. I've got quite a bit of experience with this game. I started replaying it recently and I thought, hey, why not share it with you guys? It's awesome. I have not got enough good things to say about it, so yeah, it's cool to be able to play this with you guys watching. In response to the other question, absolutely not. No, I cannot pick up that log on my own. I struggle with my motorbike. If it ever drops to the ground, I struggle very much in picking that up. So that log ain't gonna happen, unfortunately. But thanks for the comment there, Mr. McCoy.
Squeeze.
But yeah, the whole of this game is really... It's the story of a man and his son, and it's beautifully written. And there's obviously other elements to it. It's deep. It's got a lot of lore to it. I mean, it's got a whole human history of lore in there. Obviously, the first three God of War games from the PS3 were, you know, they were based on the kind of the Greek mythology, but it firmly moves into kind of Norse mythology in this reimagining of the God of War franchise. And I unfortunately was not able to play the first three games, as I was an Xbox 360 player in that generation. So the God of War completely passed me by, in all honesty. It looked good, but yeah, I didn't have a PS3 to play them, so that meant that this game kind of passed me by as well, until about 10 months, 12 months into its life cycle. And I thought, oh yeah, I found it on sale, so I bought it, and oh boy, was I so glad, because it's now firmly in like my top three of games from the last generation. It's such a good game. So we are starting to set out on our journey. So there's numerous collectibles around the world. So you can see I just picked up a lost toy there. There's 4 of those in the starter region. I'll be picking them up as and when I see them, but I won't be actively hunting them out, to be honest. That's kind of post-story content, you know, mopping things up. But I will be trying to explore as much as humanly possible and, you know, see every nook and cranny of the map so that things like this don't escape my attention. So, yeah, the currency in this game is called hack silver. You can just see it on the right-hand side of the screen there. Yes, so this is the currency that you use for most of your crafting and upgrading and things like that. And then there's obviously XP, with this being a role-playing game, that you'll use for skill upgrades and the likes.
Your mother taught you well.
But having just cremated Atreus' mother, yeah, we're starting to set out on an adventure. So it's not entirely clear at this stage, but what she kind of tasked you with is scattering her ashes on the highest peak of within all the realms. So what we're doing at this moment is Kratos is kind of checking out his son's ability to actually be able to, you know, go on this journey. He's a young lad who's had numerous setbacks in his life, which, you know, will become clearer as the game progresses. But yeah, Kratos is testing Atreus' ability to hunt.
Good.
And as you can see, he's quite a spry lad. He's running away ahead of the game there.
This way, boy.
It's interesting. This game's story arc for Atreus is fantastic, and again, spoiler free, I will not say how this game ends until we get there, and we will get there eventually. Just go to the highest mountain, should be easy, says Blah. If it were, this wouldn't be such a great game. It's the journey, my friends. The destination is one thing, but the journey there is second to none. It's going to be a long road ahead. Yeah, further to the story, as you can see on Kratos' back, we have an axe that was gifted to him by his wife upon her passing.
We broke our bridge.
And we're about to see its abilities.
Step aside.
That actually timed itself perfectly. Quite like that.
Wow.
Go.
Oh, what happened here?
The nice thing, it just returns right to you. So, yeah, this axe has similar properties to Thor's hammer, for example. You can recall it on a whim.
Now its guard is up. Only fire. Only fire. When I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry.
Be better.
Fight it.
Yeah, Kratos is an unforgiving father, and yeah, the dynamic between these two changes repeatedly throughout the game as events transpire. And again, I just cannot say enough good things about God of War. It's so well written. The gameplay is phenomenal. Oh, we have our first taste of combat. So L2 is the big heavy hitter, and then you can follow up with a couple of R1s. So yeah, the R2 will fire the enemies up into the air, and then you can juggle them. X2, dodge out of the way of things. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, we can throw at the enemies and freeze them in place, and while we do that, we can go and do melee. Oh, tried to get the shield out there, just failed. See, I've been playing this game recently, so I'm used to having a couple of abilities that I don't currently have, because obviously we're starting a fresh playthrough. So I'm just kind of adjusting to the fact that it's back to basics in terms of the combat here. But yeah, having a flicker of health is definitely not a good start to this playthrough. And I promise will not be the status quo. Oh, dearie me. That's me not being used to playing with no abilities. I'm used to being able to charge in and smash the axe through enemies' heads. And yeah, I've not unlocked those abilities yet because I am right at the beginning. This time will go much, much smoother, I assure you. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's about seven guys that appear in this first little instance of fighting. So, oh, come on, use the shield. Stop being a noob. There we go. So the shield has a great knockback effect if you time it correctly. So so it's a very useful tool. It's something that in my first playthrough I just absolutely ignored to my own detriment. But yeah, the shield parry is so important. Really, really does help turn the tide of battle. Like, okay, that was just a normal parry, so I didn't time it perfectly there. Yeah, combat until you do unlock some of the higher ranked abilities is a little bit monotonous. It's, you know, just L2 and R2 and R1. Yeah, I've got a couple of good parries in there. I do promise I have played this game quite extensively, so I am good. I'm just, yeah, as I say, I'm used to having extra abilities that I've not quite got yet. I'm definitely no expert. I wouldn't be winning any competitions, but oh, nearly. Take down there. Okay, that's one taken down. Slowly hacking away at the other's health. And oh, dearie me, what happened there? Back to the sliver of health. Okay, that's over. Skin of my teeth.
Keep moving.
So, as and when cutscenes do come along, I will try my best to stop commentating so that you can get a little bit more absorbed in the story as we're going through. But yeah, combat in this game is phenomenal. It's what made me stick with it and play it for, as I say, this is like maybe the third or fourth, maybe even the fifth time, I can't quite remember. But it's such a good game. I like it because it's got that kind of... oh, one moment.
Can I have my bow back now?
Can you hit it from here?
We should get closer.
So yeah, it's kind of the game has got that kind of Batman Arkham style of combat, but it doesn't have any of those kind of blinking things to tell you what you're supposed to do in that situation. So it's got the same integrity of combat, but it's it doesn't signpost what you need to do. You kind of figure it out through playing the game, and I love that. It's it makes it far more interesting for me. Okay, encounter number 2. Still no abilities, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Good start though. Oh no, that's not good. I did save a piece of health at the back of the room behind me though, so I can top up mid-fight if I do get a little bit low. Just try and chip away a bit of their health at distance. Ah, damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, the daisy. Oh dear. Oh, thank God. Full health. Nice parry. Okay, some fresh enemies coming at me now. Just chip away at their health before they get in melee range. Nice. Not too oh, not done yet. Let's not get ahead of myself. Okay, no, there we go.
Something's gotta open that gate. It's opening. You froze it in place. Clever.
Yeah, I hate tutorials. Let me learn by doing. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's yeah, where's the fun in being handheld through the first 2 hours of the game?
We can.
It's I mean, I kind of get it for, you know, young players and people who are just getting into gaming. I get it, but at this stage, I've been playing games since I was 4 years old, and I'm 32 now, so I don't need it. So yeah, less tutorials the better, in my opinion. But I do see their value. I absolutely see their value. So this is one of the types of little treasure chests. It's one of the more basic ones. You just get some hack silver from these ones, but big chunks of hack silver, and they get bigger and bigger as the game progresses. So we're faced with a decision for the first time. Which way do we go? Atreus wants us to go that way, which tells me that's where the story is, but I don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to take us the wrong way briefly, because I mean, this game is really well designed. It's but the dead ends have valuable and useful bits of loot in them. So, yeah, why would you leave that behind? It's doing yourself a disservice. Okay, so got an interesting little puzzle here, and here's a clue. So it's glowing blue, so we know that we can knock that down, and that will give us a bit of hack silver. But we've got this load of rock here that's stopping us, and we've got a blue thing behind, and that's attached to an explosive, so bada bing bada boom. And in fact, let's pick up that health so that we're topped off. Collect as many of the resources as possible, because that's going to just ease our playthrough by being able to give us access to more options for crafting and more options for upgrades and buying things from the shop as and when we get there. We're a fair ways off a shop yet, but yeah, we will get there fairly soon, I would say. So this is one of the big world kind of, I suppose it's a collectible, and you do find them in the course of your adventures. It's not something you have to seek out too much. And they kind of give you a bit of the lore of the game, these ones.
Get up there? What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon? And then everybody fights?
So yes, more than myth. We'll find 11 more, well, 10 more, 11 in total of those little story elements dotted throughout the game. But anyway, we have got sidetracked. We've cleared everything out from being sidetracked, so let's now follow Atreus where he was originally trying to go. Let's carry on. So yeah, we're trying to hunt down this deer. As I say, this is because Kratos is trying to kind of gauge how ready Atreus is for the journey that they're about to go on.
Wait for my mark.
Now
Relax.
he gets to go back to prove
Do not
himself.
think of it as an animal. It is simply a target. Clear your mind. Steady your aim and breathe in. Exhale.
I got it.
Good.
It's still alive.
knife. No. Finish what you started.
I can't.
It's little moments like that in this game that just make the writing, and by extension, you know, the way that they portray these characters is just phenomenal. Until, of course, we get interrupted by an ogre. So we'll have to hold off on that tender moment for just a few minutes while we take down this big bad, who after a while doesn't become so big or so bad, but certainly at this stage of the game when we've got no abilities, it is a challenge. So just telling us how we can now use Atreus in combat, so he can fire arrows whilst we're fighting melee. At this stage they don't do too much, and they're pretty useless, but they will get pretty badass as the game goes on. So let's go for it. Getting a few free hits while he's yelling at us. And dodge. So I kind of know this guy's attack movement, so I know... Ooh, okay, he caught me off guard with that one. Yeah, he'll do that kind of like lunge thing and then slam his... Ooh, just got out of the way that time. So he does that stab with it and then smashes the ground. And then he's got a long kind of reload time for you to get a few hits in. Okay, he's going absolutely insane. Just going mental with the slams. As you can see, he's like 2/3 down at this stage and taken 2 minor hits from the slams. Or for, like the little the ground slams with his foot. But yeah, they're not too much of a challenge. Once you've kind of learned their mechanics and their moveset, you know how to avoid them and stay competitive against them. They can be a challenge if you don't know how they play. But yeah, it's like any game, you know, learn the movesets. If you've played Dark Souls or even for that matter any kind of like MMOs like World of Warcraft, for example, once you learn the movesets of boss, it's kind of easy to anticipate how to avoid their hits and take them down. I've got to say, I made that look easier than it is normally when you first play through this game. That was...
Boy.
Yeah, just get good. Absolutely.
You're nothing to me!
Boy, look at me. Look at me, boy. Boy, look at me.
We did it.
You are not ready.
What? Are you serious? I found the deer. I proved myself. How am I not ready?
We are going home.
I haven't been sick in a long time. I can do this.
You are not ready.
I am ready.
Do not speak again.
So, voice actor are great, by the way. They are absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I think it was maybe... Oh no, I suppose it wouldn't have been E3 last year because that got cancelled full on. But there was some event where the two voice actors of both Kratos and Atreus were on stage together, and it was just phenomenal to see him go, boy. They are absolutely amazing. But I think like they've done a great job of portraying the characters' voices, but equally the scripting and the the dialogue between them is just phenomenal throughout. So yeah, hats off to the writers for this game as well. They've done a really good job of like fleshing them out and making really interesting people that I was. Ooh. Sorry, Atreus caught my attention when he took his bow out there. So let's just hold that for a tick. Attacking an enemy in quick succession inflicts stun damage. Okay, so it's trying to teach you about barehanded fighting and the benefits of it here. So rather than attacking with the axe this time, I am just going to go with the with bare fist. So you can see there's like a red bar underneath its health bar that's slowly building up as I get attacked in. And unsuccessfully. So when the red bar gets full, you can press R3 and rip him to shreds. Bye bye. Okay, let's try that again now. Managed to get shield block in there. Ooh, and a parry. Rip him to shreds. Oh, okay. So this guy has set himself on fire. Now, if I hit him while he's on fire, it will do fire damage to me, so it's always worth just throwing your axe at them, freezing them, getting rid of that fire buff, and then, yeah, you can start attacking them normally again. So we have this interesting door here. We're not going to be able to do much with it for now, but I am going to just use it so that it gets marked on the map so that I know where it is for later.
Still can't get the doors open, huh?
Quiet.
So getting back to what I was saying earlier about Atreus's and Kratos's kind of character arcs, we saw a kind of a brief introduction to who they are as people when Atreus took down that deer. At the start of this game, he very much his mother's son. He's kind of grown up in the woods with them. He doesn't know much more. Apart from what goes on in these woods, and he's pretty naive. He loves nature. He loves animals. He's got a great affinity for animals, as we'll discover as we go a little ways down the road with this game. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's a weak child. He's got his father's strength in more ways than one, but he's definitely he's a bit of a mama's boy. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say without saying it. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, he's definitely got it. Ooh, okay, we have our first blue enemy. Now these blue enemies, as you can imagine, they are ice-based, so using an ice axe is not the best idea. So we're just going to go barehanded against this guy, get his red bar up, and then tear him to shreds. Okay, but the problem with these ice guys is the red bar goes down pretty quickly unless you do a lot of attacks in quick succession. So you've got to be quick about it, or just absolutely blast them with your fists. That's also an option. So yeah, just be careful with the different types of enemies. So if you see an enemy turn red, you know that they're going to be vulnerable to ice attacks. If you see them, if they are blue naturally, then your axe is going to be absolutely useless against them. We will have some weapons to deal with that down the line, but at the moment we're just stuck with the axe. And of course, those of you who've played this game or have played the God of War 1, 2 and 3, you'll know exactly what weapon I'm talking about, but I shan't spoil anything just yet. So, we are back home. So Atreus has kind of proved himself. He's proved himself. He's shown that he's capable of taking down a deer. Sadly, that deer got taken by an ogre, but yeah, we're back home now because Kratos has said, Atreus, you're not ready, son. You have got a long ways to go until we can make that journey to the top of the mountain to scatter your mum's ashes. Don't know why I said mum. I am not from America. Nothing wrong with people from America, but we say mum. So, yeah, not much to do. So, yeah, get inside, Atreus. Not happy with your son. You need to toughen up, lad. But for the time when we do decide to go up the mountain, I suppose we should probably at least collect your mother's ashes. Yeah, blah. So, yeah, Mom is the American version. Mum is the British version. Now, being from the north, I say mum with quite a weird sound. But yeah, mum, or I suppose if well, when you were a young child, you'd say mummy, or mother if you're from a slightly higher class background than I am. So yeah, mom is a very very American thing, as is ma and pa, for example. Yeah, ma and pa is, you would only say that ironically in the UK. It's quite an American turn of phrase. So back home, Trace, you're not ready. No, it's not fair.
You lost control.
That thing was trying to kill us. It's not like you don't get angry in a fight.
Anger can be a weapon. If you control it, use it. You clearly cannot. When you...
I haven't been sick in a long time. I'm better now.
Fine. Come on then.
You want me to hit you?
I want you to try.
Ow! What are you...
Try again.
Why are you doing that?
There's no better way to break your mother's heart, blah.
Weak. Again. Again.
Stop it!
Again. Your anger. You can get lost in it. The path ahead is difficult. And you, Atreus, are clearly not ready.
What was that?
Quiet.
Come on out! There's no use hiding anymore. I know who you are.
What's going on? Do you know him?
More importantly, I know what you are.
Boy, beneath the floor. Now.
But you told me never to go down there. Who is that?
I do not know.
What's he talking about?
I do not know. Get in.
Just tell me what I want to know. No need for this to get bloody. I thought you'd be bigger. But you're definitely the one. Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Whatever it is you seek, I do not have it. You should move on.
And here I thought your kind was supposed to be so enlightened, so much better than us, so much smarter. And yet you hide out here in the woods, like a coward.
You do not want this fight.
Oh, pretty sure I do.
Leave my home.
You are going to have to kill me for that to happen.
I warned you.
Finally.
You would not listen.
Yeah, that was quite the punch. Or so you'd think.
Fine. My turn.
Ooh, now that's a punch. Who is this shady character? Well, that's not going to get revealed for quite some time, but
How incredibly disappointing.
doesn't matter who he is, he's beating our ass.
Then.
What we need to do right now is try and even the playing field. So he's going to pretty much just take most of what you can dish out in this first round. Oh, I've given away. First round. Yeah, I've just given him like 20 punches and barely taken off a fifth of his health. And he gave us one punch and has taken off a fifth of our health. This guy is serious. Okay, parry, very nice. Get a few more punches in. Okay, we're past 1/5. He's a fast mover. This guy is not humanoid, but he is something else. Nice. Good parry. And smash him back. And run in to get a few more hits in before he dashes away again. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The object breaking environment is phenomenal. Yeah, he's taken us down to a slither of health. We've barely done half damage to him, and as I've already intimated, this is not the first round. I do not anticipate doing this in one run. He says as he dies. Yeah, this is a really, really, really tough fight, especially early in the game. Even when you're playing on normal mode, it's not particularly easy. You've really got to have come to grips with the mechanics by this point to get through this. Thankfully, there are kind of save stages throughout the fight, so that you don't have to just do it all in one. But it's especially when things like that happen, like you rush in, he dodges out of your camera view, so by the time you get the shield up, he's hitting you in the side. It's very difficult to get damage on him, or rather block him when he's dodged out of the way of you. You've just got to be like that. Ah, the little rat. I shan't say it. The little rat. Let's stick with that. There we go. Oh, damn it. Hit with his ice. Yeah, it's his agility more than anything. Like, doing damage to him, you can do that over time, but his agility to get out of the way of your attacks, like that, damn, God, he hits hard, and we're already down to a slither of health again. Do you know what? Might be time to bring out the axe. Oh no, he doesn't like that. Okay, let's stick to bare hands. He wants a fair fight. Oh, and again, his agility, just his ability to get those attacks off so quickly when you think you've got the upper hand. It's so good. I think I need to be less aggressive and probably target him. To target, you press R3. I don't know if it's going to help. We'll see. Hopefully it will turn us when he's, you know, dodging the other way. So, yes, it does. Okay, so targeting, absolutely key for this battle. That's what was getting me hit in the side all the time. Not being able to get the shield up in time to be able to hit him. Okay, definitely going much... Whoop. Oh, lovely. Oh, okay, the shield doesn't block his ice attack. Good to know. But again, we're almost at 2/5 of his health down, and he's already taken 2/5 of our health down. So it's a tough fight. Yeah, you've got to be very persistent with this one. Okay, 2/5 in.
Forget how to use a shield?
Okay, he's taken 4/5 of our health. We're almost at half of his. Okay, just over half now. We'll just abuse the mechanics. Oh, okay, this is a proper cutscene as opposed to us actually getting beaten to hell. That should prove as a save point.
Why are there two beds in
Okay, so he's discovered Atreus, or at least he's discovered that there's more than just us here. That's not good. And yeah, he did strike a nerve. Don't attack me and my family. Take a log to the face. Get run through some boulders. Hit against a massive mountain. And he's still hitting us. This guy is bad news. And it's only about to get worse. Look at all those cuts healing. God damn, this guy is seemingly invulnerable.
You won't talk? Fine. Maybe whoever it is you've got stashed in that house will.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't you even think about it. So we've just unlocked one of Kratos' abilities, which is his Spartan Rage. Unfortunately, we will not be able to ram enemies through mountains all the time, but what we will be able to do is this. Absolutely wail on people. So this does run out for the first time that you use it. It does let you use it a little bit longer than you normally would. We'll be able to upgrade it as we progress through the game. I'll note that as and when the things come up. But yeah, as you can see, taken down like almost 3/5 of his health with that one Spartan Rage, which is unusual because, as I say, you get it a little bit longer for this fight than you normally would. But nice. Getting good with the old parries there. Very good. Oh, not so good with that one. Got it the second time though. Okay, we're nearly down to 1/5 of his health left. Ah, oh, damn it. I forgot. Can't parry the ice. Okay, lower than 1/5 almost. Yes, definitely now. So yeah, the Spartan rage meter is the red meter below your health on the lower left hand side, just so you know. But oh, there we go. Oh, he's dead, isn't he? Surely he's dead. Oh, he just got his head kicked into a boulder. He's got his head smashed in. This dude is done for. Surely. Yeah, there's not much coming back from that. Eat it. Yes, rest in peace indeed. And with that, I am going to very, very quickly pause the game so I can refresh my drink. So, who was that individual? He is obviously not a normal human being. We've seen reanimated corpses so far, in terms of the Draugr that we've already come across. But who exactly was that fella? Because he was not a Draugr. He was something pretty badass, and yeah, not good for us. We've triumphed though, haven't we? Haven't we? Yeah, I think having a giant rock slammed on your head, and the rest of your body for that matter, is pretty much game over for you. Wouldn't you say? Don't you think? Well, let's see.
Leaving so soon?
Oh, what the... I teed that up a little bit, didn't I? Yeah, this guy ain't gonna go down so easily. And look, all those cuts, once again, all gone from his body. This guy is feckin' serious.
I'll keep coming. That old body will give out. But before I end this, I want you to know one thing. I can't feel any of this.
She's giving us a bit of a tidbit there. He can't feel any of it. Not only can he regenerate health at ridiculous rates, he also just doesn't feel it. We may as well be tickling him.
You've seen it with your own eyes. You can't hurt me. Nothing can. This fight is pointless. Your struggle is pointless. It didn't have to be this way. Pathetic. You can't win. I feel nothing.
Oh, I feel a third round coming on. Well, Baldur might have... oh,
I'm not my brother.
I misspoke. Our mystery guest might have healing, but that's the God of War, so do we.
Let's finish this.
Round 3. And he's about to get more serious. Now that he's kind of revealed himself and his abilities a bit more. Yeah, things are going... Oh, okay, we can't dodge that lunge attack of his. This one we can. Ah, damn it. That worked though. Oh, let's get out of the way of that. Get a few more axe hits in. Ooh, he wasn't a fan of that. Okay, that we can dodge. Let's target him again so that we can constantly keep him in our... Ooh. Ooh. If I don't get better, I think I know where this fight is going. Okay, that was better. Okay, he's down to half health. We are below half health, but... Ooh, damn. Did a weird glitchy thing there. I think I need to stop being so aggressive. I do want to get in as many hits as I can, but I just need to be more careful. I need to use that shield a little bit more. But for a first attempt on round 3, that wasn't too bad. It could have gone a lot worse. A lot worse. Okay, nearly a 5th gone already. Avoid his jump attack. Get in there and slice him up. Not exactly perfect timing, but at least we blocked it. Need to get a few attacks in, back off. Get a few attacks in, back off. Let's not get greedy. I can never time that one well because I never know how many dashes he's going to do. But still, we've yet to take damage and he's almost at half health. I would say this is a pretty good run. Ooh, okay, got a good hit in on us there. But still, he's below 2/5 of his overall health left. I'd argue that this is going pretty nicely. Jump attack, dodge out the way, refocus our attack on him. Oh, got stuck in the graphics. Couple of hits. Oh, nice. Mistimed the first shield and then got the perfect parry. There we go. Got the perfect parry on his dash attack, which I never normally do. He's very quick. Okay.
I'd hoped that you, of everyone I'd faced, would finally make me feel something, but you can't.
Well, there's no coming back from that, surely. I mean, we snapped his neck. Taken literally everything that Kratos has, but god damn was that guy badass. 3 full beatdowns. 3 full beatdowns.
Who was he? He knew me. Did he know my past? How did they find me after all this time?
Nice little Easter egg for what's to come there, Blah. Yes.
Our son is not ready to carry your ashes to the top of the mountain.
But as Kratos has just kind of intimated there,
Am I? I do not know how to do this without
Oh.
you.
this place is no longer safe. If someone who knows who we are
But we
has
cannot
managed to
stay
find
here.
us, this place is no longer safe. So, yeah, Atreus may not be ready, but it's go time. We cannot stay here.
Boy,
There was so much. I thought. You're all right.
I am all right. Come. Gather your things. We are leaving.
Thought I wasn't ready.
You are not. We have no choice now. Prove me wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago we were saying, no, we're going nowhere, Atreus, you are not ready. Now it's, okay, let's get out of Dodge. This is not good.
It's gonna be a long trip.
Yes,
It is going to be
but
a
an
long trip.
important one.
Whoa. How did this happen?
Check that we're not leaving any chests behind. I don't think we are. I think I've picked up everything along the way.
Who was he?
But
I do not know.
there's inevitably something that I've missed, or something that we can't access yet as well.
Did you kill him?
I did what had to be done.
So, despite the fact that Atreus is not ready, we are going on this trip. So, come on, Atreus, prove your mettle, make that jump. Good lad. Okay, so, yeah, I suppose if you can consider that horrendous boss when you first start playing this game and you get faced with that boss, oh man, is it difficult. That it takes so many more attempts. I died twice, which I would say is pretty good going. But when you first start playing this game, that is one hell of a task to get past. I will not lie, it's hardcore.
Their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them.
But yeah, we're out of the tutorial now.
I understand.
Now this game isn't like completely open world. It's linear
Has this
in a
been here all this
sense.
time?
But you know, you're free to go anywhere within its linear
Get a
paths.
better look.
So let's call it semi-open world. It's good though. It means that you're not constantly being like, oh, where do I go? Which route do I take? Which I find quite overwhelming in a lot of modern open world games. Like, as much as everybody praises Red Dead Redemption, and don't get me wrong, it's good, it has its faults, and jumping ahead of the game, we need to get Atreus up here. Yeah, Red Dead's a great game, but it's just, it's too open. I don't know what to do in that game. It's, it's flagging up a million different options at once, and I don't know where to go with it.
Go.
Made it.
So, I'm not sold on Red Dead being one of the greatest games of the last generation. I thought its predecessor was much better. Call me out in the comments and tell me why I'm wrong. I'd be interested to argue the point with you. But yeah, I think Red Dead is vastly overrated. Vastly. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. So there's numerous puzzles in this little room.
Mother said
As
other
it-
disciples filled him with gifts.
Law, you kind of agree. tell me what you agree with what I just said, and tell me why you disagree. It'd be an interesting little discussion.
Men should not prey to monsters.
But yeah, there's numerous little puzzles in this room. Very basic ones. You know, it's the beginning of the game. They're not trying to really hammer you with the puzzles just yet. But
Father?
a couple of little things
Will
that
we see
we
others
just
on the road?
breezed by there.
Friendly?
No,
They'll try and rob us?
possibly. Yes.
Oh.
So Kratos just warning Atreus there that the road could get treacherous. I've just kicked down that chain there so that should I come back this way, in the unlikely event that I do come back this way, I've got an easy access point. It's always worth just doing that. Even if you're not going to go back on yourself, just make it easier for you the next time that you come through, you know?
Look,
It takes 2 to 3
this
seconds.
time. There's been a protection stave around our entire woods. But the stave's broken there. Did you cut those down?
She had marked the tree she wished used for her pyre.
Why'd you do that?
So we've just been given an answer for the golden hands. I mean, they look child-sized, but no, as it turns out, it's Kratos' wife who marked those trees with the golden hands. Again, she's obviously... There's more than meets the eye right here. We've been told little to nothing about Atreus' mother. We don't know who she was, other than the mother of Atreus.
How long will it take to get to the mountain?
But she's obviously got some magical abilities to be able to
Before
put
winter
golden
falls?
I do not
handprints
know.
on trees
Okay.
somewhere, unless she had access to some golden paint. But I'm going to mark that as unlikely, given the restrictions we're under. So, before we carry on, I do have enough points to get one, and I only mean one, upgrade. And I'm just going to check which ones. I don't want that one just yet. It's not the most important. I don't really use that. I suppose actually no. I'm going to go for the Executioner's Cleave. It is a good one. If you can time it right and get it, it's an auto kill on most enemies. So let's go with that one to get started. I will try and demonstrate it. I'll point it out when I do. But yeah, we've not really been through the menus, but I mean, you don't want to see me go through menus. You can learn that.
Marked.
Oh, that was the cleave. First time. Excellent. So that was a bigger enemy, so it didn't do an auto kill. Oh, I got it for a second time there. Excellent. Now you can probably just see in front of me there's some blue runes there. We'll come back to that in just a moment once these guys have been taken down. I'll tell you. That was rude. How? Oh no. It's not over yet. Okay, that was an auto kill. So yeah, the execution that I just performed is a very powerful move. If you can time it right, because it does take a long time to hold down R2 to actually pull off. So you definitely need to time it correctly. Not one you can just throw and decide, oh, that's worked. No. Is there anybody around me? Don't do it. Is the person I'm about to attack not staggered? Don't do it. But if you can pull it off... Oh, wow. Hit by 3 axes in the space of a second, and that downed me. How very rude. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier, Blah. You did offer a rebuttal about why Red Dead is or is not a game. I'm just going to quickly pull it up on my phone so that I can have a look and respond to your comment. Just bear with me momentarily. I would like to try and be very responsive with my comments in the future, so this is good practice. And in fact, because I'm not signed in on my phone, I can't see it, which is rather annoying. Or maybe I just can't see comments on my phone with Twitch. I'm not quite sure. Oh, oh, shh, quiet you from an hour and 12 minutes ago. I will respond to you personally, Blah. We can have a discussion tomorrow. Absolutely. Oh, ooh, nearly. Good try, mate. Nice. So yeah, that cleave attack is deadly. Around about half of these yellow barred enemies' health pool. It's definitely a very useful attack. It just requires good timing. It's not something that you want to use just on a whim, because they will screw you over. Definitely. Oh, fireball. If you can hit the red arm like that, it does actually take a significant proportion of their health from them as well. Just worth noting. Just telling us about the different threat indicators, but I know what they are. Again, if you're new to the game, you want to pay attention to that stuff. It will give you a lot of useful indicators of what you should or should not do. Or when to dodge, rather. But yeah, I kind of know what they are, so skipping over them. Doesn't mean I don't get hit by them. I do, frequently. But yeah, you've just got to keep an eye out for the indicators that come up on screen. We'll see a good example of that once these guys are taken down, because ooh, cheeky. There's a couple of enemies that will appear out of melee range. They'll just be kind of firing some fireballs down on us. Oh, cheeky. Yeah, and when those fireballs are going to be thrown, it will give us an indicator to say, get out of the way. Like that. You may have just seen a couple of small pink icons appear on screen to say that somebody's throwing a projectile at you. And when you okay, I'm about to die, so I'm going to use my Spartan Rage. It's really important that you don't waste these. Like, if you do see yourself in trouble, just go for it, because well, there's no heroes for being a badass. Just use the power that you've got. It's quickly refilled. So